Hey guys, I've just had a big blurb. I'm really struggling at the moment. I'm sorry, I don't look great. So I've just kind of. So we've just had the full moon, full buck moon, and um, at the moment, I am really struggling. I started this illustration. I did a little sneak peek video if anyone's looked at it. And look, I'm doing some ascension work where I'm really trying to follow spirit and to work alongside this buck full moon that has just passed. I am absolutely bucking at spirit and getting so frustrated. Um, and the topic was transcendence and surrender. And this illustration it started out, and actually it was perfect. But the flower, the petals that are coming out, they're the most vibrant, most important part of the painting. And yet it is driving me batty. And I started working on it yesterday, and then I feel like I've made all these mistakes. I just don't know how I'm going to come back with it. I don't know if it's going to be appropriate to put up. To me, it just looks really crap, and I don't like it. But the first part of it is just beautiful, and I love it. But it was really having this flow, and at the moment, I'm in this point of Spirit's trying to give me a message and I'm not getting it. It's it is just driving me crazy. Anyway, we'll keep going on because I just want to put something out there. I want to do some work. I want to get forward and move forward. And I'm always feeling like I'm a horse that's been reined in, and it's very frustrating. Anywho, that's the story. That's how I feel. That's probably the message that's going to be coming through for now. So we'll just do a tarot reading. It feels like it's almost slightly insufficient for what I wanted to do, but never mind. We shall proceed, and we'll see what happens. So I do. This is a message for the collective and always for myself as well. And I am on a twin flame journey, and so I do associate I believe I'm a divine feminine, and I am not in union with a twin flame at the moment, which means that I've still got work to do. I'm still healing. I'm still in the process, which is really important for, I think, on the twin flame journey, for the divine feminine to acknowledge. You don't see a lot of that out in the tarot world. It's like the divine feminine. Every time I hear about the divine feminine, it's like they're this perfect being, and it's simply not the case. The divine feminine is called to do a lot of healing work as well, and you can't have union until both parties are healed, if that's what's meant to happen, which I do believe is meant to happen. However, yeah, so for me, I'm inviting you in on my own journey, and to, I guess, to come along and to learn how to read tarot, learn how to get into your own abilities, your own psychic abilities. So I've got paint. This is me, by the way. You can see I've got stuff everywhere. I have crystals, I have cards, I have pens, I have paintbrushes, I have incense. I have it all. I have to have it all at arm's length for me. So it often looks a bit chaotic. Please bear with it, and don't worry. This is me. I always have paint. It's a bit of a hot mess. Anyway. So the twin flame journey really is about healing, and healing of the individual firstly, not just the union together, which is incredible, amazing, and something that is, look, it's the carrot, okay? It's the carrot that's going to motivate you to heal. But ultimately, it's about your journey and your individual healing. I'm going to repeat that. The twin flame journey is about an individual process of healing, and really your divine counterpart is simply going to reflect to you how you treat yourself. Okay, so that's what it is to be mirrored by someone, how it is that you treat yourself. Okay, and learning how to get past that kind of a thing. Okay, so anyway, this definitely feels like I do feel like I'm being called to do twin flame readings, but I'm also here to help you awaken to your own spirituality and to teach you how to tap into spirit. So yeah, so let's go. So first card I pulled is the Page of Cups in reverse, and we'll see what happens. Now, I don't ever have really an organised thing because, like I said, whenever I work with any kind of specific structure, spirit kind of upends it for me, so I've stopped. I receive the message that I'm meant to receive, and that is all I can do. That's all we can do when spirit is here. So I do find that I do believe that I'm starting, everything I pull so far for YouTube seems to be for a divine masculine read. So I feel that this is divine masculine, and I feel quite sad. Actually, I'm feeling just a lot of sadness here. Just empty. I just feel like this is sadness and a lot of lacking in love, feeling that there is no love. I'm getting an image in my mind of the Four of Cups, you know, pouring out that cup of love. And that was a choice, a decision that the divine masculine, you know, we know the narrative, the story is, you know, they reject the divine feminine. And this one just feels like sudden awareness. And this is a younger male, a younger masculine. We look at divine masculine and divine feminine as energies, not as genders, to be certain, okay, to be clear. If I were reading this for my masculine, I know he is younger than me, so this is aligning a lot with that. But I just feel an overwhelming sadness, and I guess a feeling of despair. Not despair, but just sadness. Makes me feel really, really upset. And of course we've got the Hierophant, but it's in reverse. So Hierophant can be several things. It can be religious factors. It can be a marriage. This feels like, for me, a relationship, a spiritual relationship that's ended. And of course, we've got the Ten of Swords. I feel that this time this has gone into past energy. So sometimes when we read cards, it's really important to understand what you're tuning into and those feelings that are coming through. So when I'm reading this, I'm telling you what I sense and the visions that I see, because I get a lot of visions in my mind's eye, my third eye, and I see things of people who are in my energy, especially my masculine. And sometimes you can read reversals as, like, this would be, someone's experienced extreme hardship and suffering, stabbed in the back, betrayal. This is guilt. It can also represent like a guilt, where they've come to understand, I guess, what they've done. But sometimes you can read these things, cards, differently. So for some reason, this has only been recently that started happening. I'm starting to read sometimes reversals as past energy. This is something that where betrayals, hurt, there's been an understanding this has occurred, but it's been in the past. And what I'm feeling is that there's a lot of awareness of an event or someone that's been through this. I do feel like there's an understanding. I do feel like in terms of these cards here, there's an understanding that masculine has, in his immature kind of energy as a page, he's like, was being quite, if you look at the upright, to me, I would read that as being quite, someone who's quite flippant with their love. They're like, whatever, but here there's a change. There's a big shift. There's like a putting away of immature energy here in light of understanding loss of perhaps a spiritual connection and the betrayal of that connection. This triggers this masculine energy to find their strength and to start battling and standing up for what they believe in, what they feel, what they see. I think this is a really beautiful energy. This has been such a loss and such a pain and such a burden and such a disappointment and such a sad, something that's affected them so much that it's caused a huge change. They've suddenly found their motivation, their strength, their power to step forward, to stand up, perhaps for the connection. Of course, for the connection. And that's simply the most beautiful thing. I'm just going to leave it at that. And thank you for coming along. You'll see more, and I wish you all the best. Thank you. Bye.